littérature financière. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for all of those who are joining or who will be listening to the live or watching the live later on. Thank you. Today is Monday, one of my favorite day. It's the day I get to chat with you guys. I get to come and talk about different things, help your mind going because there are some topics that we just don't talk about. And my goal is to bring those to the forefront and help you understand them, right? Get you to think about them so that they can help you better to achieve a better life. So, in life, right? Let me introduce myself again. My name is Daniela Noel. I'm a licensed financial broker. I am in Florida currently, but I am able to work and help clients in all 50 states, including Canada and Puerto Rico. So you have no excuse wherever you at, you can reach out to me. I am here. I can help you with whatever the issue is that is within my licensure, right? I have a 215 license, so I help clients with the financial planning, budgeting, debt management, proper protection, retirement planning. April is Financial Literacy Month. And so, financial literacy, when asked, it may mean different things to you, but what financial literacy simply means, right, is your understanding about money, about finances, how it flows, how it grows, how it protects you, right? In life, thank you for all of those who are joining on TikTok. So, would you please like, share, and follow so that we can get more people in here? In life, right, to have a bountiful, healthy, joyful life, there are three things that you need to master in life, right? You need to be mindful of, you need to have awareness of. Is the first thing is your health, right? How healthy are you? Are you eating the right things? Are you, if you're on medication, are you taking medication? Are you exercising, right? Because guess what? If you're not taking care of your health, it's going to fail. You're not going to live long, right? You cannot pursue your dreams, cannot pursue your mission because physically you are unable to. Health, we have to master our health. Second thing, we need to master our relationships with ourselves. How do you view yourself? What are your opinions, right, about you and your relationships with others, right? There's a lot of times we say, hey, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And those come with relationships that we are building. What are your relationships with people, whether in your circle, in your church, right, in your community? Because as human, we don't live in a silo, we live in community. And how are you nurturing or mastering those relationships, right? Three things that we need to master to have perfect life, to have a joyful life, abundant life. Health. What is your awareness around your health? Are you just eating anything and everything, right? And then later on, praying God, okay, for a healthy body. No, you need to be putting the right things in your body. You have to have a healthy body. You need to be exercising. Second thing is relationships. We need to be nurturing our relationships with our family, with ourselves, right? And the third thing is money. What is your opinion? What is your relationship with money? Those who are on the live, would you please like, share, and follow so that we can get some more people in here? Thank you very much. On Roku, hey, let's do what we need to do. Send your questions. So I am on TikTok, Facebook, and Roku. So I may be looking at one of the devices at any given time, right? So what is your relationship with money? Your traumas. Have you gotten over your traumas? Yes, there are people who have financial trauma. money trauma. And those come from, thank you, those come from the beliefs that were imparted in you. Like, right, most of us, especially those from the island, so I'm from the island, in case you haven't noticed, right? Um, even if your parents were okay, but they had that scarcity mindset, right? Were you brought up in a household like that, where money was never enough, right? Or they're perceived as if they didn't have enough money. So when you ask, no, you don't cannot have this, or when you're asking for money for stipend, right? When you're asking your parents, for something, new sneakers, whatever, they would say, hey, money don't grow on tree, right? So you brought up with that. Oh, we don't have money. We don't have money like that, right? So, with that mentality, right? A penny serving or a penny earned, penny save, penny earned. No, we're not saving pennies. We don't want to earn pennies, right? So, what is your relationship around money? Listen, based on your relationship, based on your mindset with money, your understanding with money, guess what? It will cascade into other areas in your life, right? Hey, if you don't have the right mindset around money, if you don't have a growth mindset around money, if you think that you have to put your money in the bank because that's where you think it's safe, right? Have you learned how to grow the money so that it can cascade down in your life, right? Because whatever you do now, the effect, you won't feel it just now, but you will also feel it in the future. So, with April being Financial Literacy Month, so I want to get in here and help you guys understand a few things when it comes to financial literacy. Again, right? Financial literacy is knowing how much you earn, how much you keep, right? So, do you have a budget? Most people don't like budget because they see it restrictive. It's not supposed to restrict you. It's supposed to help you track whatever you're not tracking, you cannot attack. If you're not tracking your expenses, how do you know you're overspending? How do you know you are spending frivolously? So you need to be tracking your expenses. Again, your awareness about financial literacy will bring you to how to manage your debt, right? Financial literacy is understanding debt, how to manage it. Do you want to be paying somebody, those outrageous interest, right, for a long time? Debt is good. We're not saying debt is bad. Understanding what kind of debt you're getting. Are you getting income producing debt? Are you buying income producing assets with those debts? So we need to use debt, right? If you using debt as a leverage, right, to build your wealth, right, that is great. But are we just acquiring debt just because, and we have no return on our investment? Are we just investing on the purses, the shoes, the belts, right? The cars that we are not using? Thank you. Thank you for being here, Max, and thank you for liking the show. So, are we just going into debt just cause? Acquiring debt, leveraging debt to build wealth, right? If you're buying a house, buying a multi-family house that's generating income, you have to acquire debt unless you had an inheritance, you have a lump sum of money, you have to acquire debt, right, to get that multi-family property that's going to cash flow. So when you're looking at your debt, is it cash flowing you? Right? If it's not cash flowing you on a monthly basis, on an annual basis, you need to rethink about that. Okay, is this the right debt for me? Right? Again, building asset is not just paying bill. Paying bill is not an asset, right? Paying your mortgage is not an asset. If you can turn it into income, we need to switch our mindset when it comes to assets, when it comes to building wealth. Is it income producing? Can you leverage it? Can you tap into it when you need? Right? how to protect your income. So you may say, okay, how to protect my income? There are insurance policies that you can have. You protect your income. If you get sick, you're unable to go to work. You're not getting a salary. You're not getting an income from your job. How do you protect that? Your family, your future. A lot of us are putting money into 401k. Do you know how the 401k works? When you're thinking of retirement, many of us, we are sold into 401k, 403b, TSP, right? Those are the different sectors, whether you're a private company or government, right? We are sold into those strategies for retirement plan. But have you ever asked yourself, how will that really work for me in my retirement days? Am I guaranteed a retirement? Yes, I'm putting money in a 401k in a strategy, but have you ever sat down with your HR person and asked, okay, how am I going to retire? How much money do I need? Right? So I know that as an island girl, coming here or even back in Haiti, my father really believed in education, right? So a lot of us, we think education, going to school, right? You better get that good grade, otherwise you're gonna get whooping. Yes, I've had many whoopings, some warranted, some very unnecessary. I got a lot of whooping. A lot of them was not necessary, right? So that I digress. That's another story for another day, right? So, hey, we go to school, get that degree. Some of us multiple degrees, right? Get that master's, get that PhD. Okay, you're gonna get that, fabulous job, get that great job. You're gonna give yourself, give your life to a company or to corporate America 30, 40 years, and you're hoping that it works out because we're putting money in a strategy that we never thought of. We never no education on it. Hey, this is what we do. And now the game has changed. It used to be, right? 401k, you're putting something, your company is matching it. Some companies are not matching. So how are you going to retire on a strategy that offers you no guarantee? Again, am I saying it's bad? No, it's understanding how it works. How is it benefiting me 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now? Right? So when Social Security or 401k was first created, right? We were not living long. Our life expectancy was 70. Now we are living 90, 100. So you have to ask yourself the money that you're putting away into whether it's an IRA or 401k, how long would that last you when you decide to tap into it? We're seeing on average people are living 20, 30 years beyond their retirement years. Is your 401k going to last that long? That's where financial literacy comes in. How do I master money? Money is a game. You have to master it. If any game, if you don't know the rules, guess what? You cannot play the games. You can play it, but are you gonna win it? So are you positioning yourself to win the money game, or you just living by happenstance? I want to encourage you this month, sit down and question yourself first. What is my EQ when it comes to money? Right? Your emotional intelligence when it comes to money. How well versed am I when it comes to different strategies that are available? What is my relationship with money? Am I positioning myself to learn more about money so that I can earn more, right? You learn, you earn. So position yourself this month. Take this opportunity, right, to learn about money. Where you at? Be conscientious of your current situation. If you can accept where you at, right, and is it where you want to be, then let's change that. Yeah, there are many coaches, many systems, YouTube, right? A lot of us we go to YouTube for the wrong things. Go on YouTube, get into a coaching program to learn about money, enroll into a financial literacy class like I offer, right? It's free, no cost to you. So when you position yourself, you will learn about your debt, how to save, right? How to make your money work for you, how to make your money last. Don't just play it, by chance. This is not a lottery. You only have one life. There's no redo, right? So the same thing with your money, same thing with your finances. There are certain mistakes that you make, you cannot recover from it. Going in when you're doing an investment, making sure that you're going to the right investment. That is financial literacy. What is the interest rate that you're going to be paying in that strategy? What is the return you're going to get on your investment, right? Again, retirement. How am I being taxed? A lot of us, we use it as, tax deferment. Yeah, we're saving a little bit of money right now, but are we thinking about the inflation rate? Is the dollar today going to be worth that same? No. We're seeing that with inflation, increasing inflation of 3%, right? The dollar today will worth, right? 60 cents, 70 cents. And do you anticipate your expenses to be less? Not necessarily. Because if you want to maintain the same lifestyle you have now, which a lot of us aspire to do, and some of us more, because some of us now, we're not traveling. We say, when we retire, we're going to see the world, we're going to conquer the world, right? It's going to cost you more to travel. So, how will you be taxed? What is the tax implication in your retirement years? You think it's going to be free? No, because you are deferring paying the taxes now in order for you to start leveraging, getting that money, whether it's 65, 70, whenever you decide to retire, you are going to be taxed. Now, you have to ask, okay, will I be able to survive on my 401k? So now you need to start thinking, right? What can you create? How can I generate income, right? That does not depend on my time. How can you create something now that's going to give you, right, passive income in your retirement years? Will you have enough money? Like right now, based on the top financial advisors, for someone to retire, right? Looking at inflation, the cost of things right now, you need an average $2 million. It used to be a million. All of a sudden, you need $2 million, right, in a retirement strategy to live comfortably, because you're going to take into consideration taxes and inflation. Now, when was the last time you looked at your 401k or your retirement strategy? Now, can you anticipate on getting $2 million by the time you retire? The amount that you are investing in your 401k, will it get you to even $1 million? Right? You have to ask yourself, where am I putting my money? How is it growing? And will it take me to my destination? We all want to live a happy life in our retirement years. What are the plans? Are you planning for it? Listen, proper preparation prevent poor performance. Are you preparing properly for your future? Now, here's the reality. Most people are not broke because they don't make money. They are broke because they were never taught how to manage it. And we keep saying, schools should be providing financial literacy, but guess what? They're not. It's a system to keep you broke, to keep you bound. It's a system to hold you down. So it is up to you to educate yourself. It is up to you to do your due diligence it is up to you to reshape your mindset regarding your relationship with money. How do you view money? Like on Saturday, I had a meeting with a client going over his financial needs analysis, right? And we come to the point where he's not making enough money, not enough income. So, and I said, hey, you need to find a way to create more income. He is an entrepreneur, right? And his first thing, like that money trauma that we have, right? It takes money to make money. No, it takes a plan to make money. It takes action to make money. There are many ways that you can start creating money with very little or no money. So my thing is, he's into auto shop. He's a mechanic. What can you do? What can you create? How can you go out there and teach other people how to do a basic, oil change, how to do basic tune up? Why don't you start that? You don't need money to start teaching. A lot of times I would think we need money. No. What tools do you have in your hands that you can use, that you can leverage, right? What problem can you solve? People will pay any kind of money when you are solving their problems. It doesn't have to take money, right? It may take an initial cost, $100 or whatever, but no. Let's find ways, let's get creative. The same way people think that you need money to get into real estate investing. No, it's a matter of getting yourself in the right circle and find someone who's doing it, who's willing to teach you, and be creative, right? We know that we can start real estate investment with creative funding. You don't have to have any dollar. Bring your knowledge, right? People will pay you for your knowledge. Leverage what you know to create money. So I do not want anyone to keep using the excuse, right? You need money to make money. No. What do you have in your hands that you can leverage, you can teach others, that you can solve a problem? People will prepare you if you are bringing value, right? You can start a business. I know one of the examples I like to use, I know Grant, right? He, and I'm seeing other people who do that. You have a computer with AI, you can start a digital product, right? You don't have to publish it yet. You can do pre-sale. How much money did you put out? No, you put your time and your knowledge, create something, pre-sell it, have people pre-order. There goes your money. So you do not need money, right? So with Grant, he wanted to publish his book. The publisher told him no, right? Guess what? He went and self published without putting any money out. He advised people to pre order, right? Get pre orders. What can you do? Have people pay you in advance. So, yeah, that was, again, the customer is always right. I didn't tell him he was wrong. That's his mindset. I tried to tell him, no, you don't need money to generate money or to create a business. Use your knowledge. Again, when you shift your mindset about money, then things will start opening for you. Hey, don't see about the impossibilities, always see the possibilities, because within impossibility, there is possibility. So use what you have, right? Use what you have to your benefit. Bring solutions to the marketplace, then you will get paid for it, right? So, again, financial literacy would really change everything. When you become financially literate, guess what? You stop making excuses around money. You stop making emotional money decisions. A lot of times, the first bet, the newest thing we need to get that your Apple 14, your Apple 15 is working fine. Yes, I know Apple 17 has a better camera. Who cares, right? Is that what your life evolve around? Yeah, like better pixel? No. You start making strategic moves. You start making moves that's going to propel you into the future to have a better financial life. Again, financial literacy will change your life. So you moved, right, from reacting. You don't react to the market. You don't react to the newest trend. You don't react to the newest meme coins. You don't react to the newest Bitcoin or Dodge or whatever, right? You are in control. You take control of your financial life. Again, financial literacy begins with the mindset. How do you view yourself with money? What is your relationship with money? Do you think there's a scarcity? There's a scarcity? Do you think that money, doesn't go on tree? Money does go on tree. What do they put money on, right? So again, leveraging what you have. A lot of us, we want to get into real estate investing. The first thing they're going to ask, okay, do you have a current house? Do you have equity? Leverage that. That's your money, right? Leverage that equity to get into real estate investing. What do you have that you can leverage, right? So when you understand how money works, guess what? You'll be able to move from paycheck to paycheck, from living paycheck to living to a wealth building to an abundant living life. Again, it starts with the mindset, with your relationship. How do you view money? Thank you for everyone who are stopping by. Please like, share, and follow the live on Facebook and TikTok, right? I know that money is not taught in school, but I understand that is exactly why I'm here. Understanding your money, understanding how it grows, understanding the game. Again, money is a game. Do you have the rules? Do you know the rules to play the game? Gotta tap in. YouTube, reading, right? Understanding. The one good book is The Psychology of Money, right? And again, you don't have to go buy it. YouTube, there are many those audiobooks on YouTube. Why don't you pick up a book today? Start with The Psychology of Money, or you too can be abundant, right? A great teacher we have on that is Wayne Dyer. Help you acquire the abundance mindset. Then you'll position yourself into rooms where money is being taught, money is being worked, right? Understanding the rules. Because people who have money, guess what? They love to teach about money because they don't have a scarcity mindset. They know that there is infinite amount of money, right? So they understand how it works and they are willing to teach. So, my name is Daniela. I am a financial broker. I live in Orlando, in Florida, but I'm able to work with individuals all over the country, all 50 states, including Canada and Puerto Rico. Now, you may say, okay, I'm out those states. Yes, I can still work with you to help you understand, right, where you at. What can you do to change your life financially if that's your desire? Some people, they are content, they are complacent. It's okay. They're okay with their current situation. But if you are one, right, who wants to change your situation, who wants to do better when it comes to your money, connect with me. Again, I do not charge my clients to provide them information. I do not charge my client for coaching yet. So I may be charging soon, right? For my coaching services. I help people understand how money works, how money grow. What strategies are you leveraging, right, to grow your money? Hey, I understand everybody, right? I recently heard this. Everybody has a money bucket. Everybody has a money bucket. Are you earning 5,000? Are you earning 10,000? But with that money bucket, how you managing it? Does it have holes? And when you put, like, it's like water. You pour water and it comes right out. Right? But are you in that bucket, right? Are you putting more seeds? Are you putting soil? Is it growing? Right? Or is it just going down the drain? So getting with someone, getting with a financial coach, help you understand, right? How can you grow that bucket? You know, are you you're in a position you're only making $5,000 or $3,000 a month? Do you aspire, right, with the to make more? How can you position yourself to make that 5,000 turn into 10,000 and plug in the hole so that it doesn't drain out, right? So again, I help people understand. First of all, see where you at. Where do you want to go? What are your goals? How are you going to achieve them? How are you going to acquire, right? Your goal. How you going to overcome? What is your purpose? Right? Is your purpose to come here, work, and support your family maybe, and then when you leave here, no impact? No, we are put in this place, in this earth, to impact others. Hey, one of the great ways you can impact is by leaving legacy. It doesn't have to be money, it could be your knowledge. If you are one who is financially literate, are you imparting into others? Are you serving your community? Our community needs leaders that can teach them about how to build wealth, how to acquire money, grow it, keep it, and pass it on. Are you impacting your community? But if you're not financially literate, you cannot help somebody else, right? So I am looking, I can only work with a number of people. So I am looking to work with a few more people. It's half of the month is almost over. So I only have, I think, three, maybe I can stretch it to five people. So if you are one who want to learn more about money, to understand where you at, to get out of debt, to put a plan in place, right? To get out of debt or to even grow your income, reach out to me. You can DM me, whether you are on Facebook, on TikTok. Send me a DM with a plan, right? DM me plan to know that's what you want. You want to sit down, have a financial need analysis. Again, if you never, if you're not tracking, if you never sit down and see what you have, if you never put it on paper, you don't know what you have. You cannot track it. Therefore, you cannot attack it, right? When we sit down with clients, the amount of money they're spending eating out, right? They could have been home, staying home, eating more healthier, right? The amount of money that they're putting out, they could have put it into a high yield savings account, would have given them much higher return, right? Instead of just that instant gratification of a good meal. I love to eat, don't get me wrong. I love a good meal, but are you doing that unnecessarily, right? Again, there are three things to live a bountiful life. There are three things we need to master: our health. What is your conscience about health? Are you doing the right things for your body, to your body? Are you exercising? The second thing that we need to master is our relationships with people, right? We know that your network, right, is your net worth. Again, we know that it's not about what you know, right? What you know can get you so far, but who you know and who they know, right, can get you so much further. So you need to position yourself, master those things. Again, I love coming on here on Mondays with you guys to share those tips, right? And I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys. I am looking forward to work with you. Again, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So, what are you going to do differently today? What are you going to do that's going to change your situation? That's going to propel the financial independence that you are looking for. Again, it's not only for now, in your retirement years, how are you planning? Are you properly planning to live good days in your retirement age? The strategies you're leveraging, is it going to get you to your destination? Thank you for